And I need to alrighty. And give me 1 second to go here. Okay. Who's echoing? Somebody hears me twice. Okay. All right. So what do you want to, where do you want to start?
At the top.
Okay. So wait, can you still see my screen?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Angie, are you back?
Right there.
Where's Angela?
Oh, I'm here.
Okay. Okay. So we're looking at Ham landscaping.
Yes.
Okay.
So do you want me to break down each company as a whole, or do you want me to break down each company for each section, how it is listed?
You can go over how it's listed. Okay, so what did you just initially aesthetically, what was your opinion of the site before
It's
we even get
beautiful. It's
okay,
well
so
put together.
okay. All right. So yeah, let's go through. Let me pull this. I'll put this like over here. Oops. Let me do it like this. Make this the primary focus. Okay, we can kind of scroll up.
Can you move it over a little to the left? So
This one?
uh-huh.
Okay. Okay,
Or
so what
maybe I should just pull mine up. Should I just pull mine up?
yeah, you can.
Okay.
Let me pull this over here.
Maybe I can make it smaller so I can see your screen too or something. Okay.
I can just talk through it so you don't have to look at it. I'll follow it so you don't have to look.
Okay.
Let's see. So your three competitors. So you did ham landscaping.
Mm-hmm.
So in terms of I cannot ham landscaping. That's like a tongue twister for me. How easy was it for you? Let's go through the process of booking the service.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
So
it's HAM landscaping because of the dots after.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
HAM landscaping. Okay.
Yeah,
So
but I called it ham too. I didn't put the dots for the rest of the presentation.
yeah, most of
But I
you
just
don't have
referenced
to.
it as ham for the rest of the presentation. Just so y'all know, I didn't
Okay.
type out the full names moving forward. But okay, so for the first bullet under it says research three competitors, I put the website, I
Mm-hmm.
put the thing that attracted me to that company, like what made me choose it out of all of the companies.
Mm-hmm.
And I put down the services that they offer, the main services they had listed on Google. So
Okay.
for Ham, I like that they said they're landscaping architects. Like I had not considered that. I just always heard landscapers or,
Where
lawn
do
care.
where do they say that?
When I searched landscaper near me,
That's their Google reply. Okay.
hmm
Okay.
so and like their little description, where it says how long they've been in business and phone numbers, open and closing times, it said landscape architect there.
Okay.
Okay. So that stood out to me. So I'm like, okay, I'll go with that one. I also, saw that this company had been in business for over 50 years. And I
The
thought that
interest
was,
is I don't see any of this on here.
yeah, well, the landscaping architect is right there in 1.2.
No, I mean on the site. Can you see the site that I'm looking at?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I'm saying everything that you're saying, I don't see any of that on the homepage of the site.
Okay, I'm about to copy it and send it to you.
No, 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 I don't want it. My point is that all of that should be on the homepage. Like the
Maybe it's in
fact,
the about. Did you check the about section?
no, so this is what I'm saying. I'm saying as UX designers, I feel like everything that you're saying is a highlight. It's an opportunity for them to put that on the homepage.
Yeah, it
So
should.
like if they were your client, I would like make a note to them to say it's really a strong point that, you use the word architect. Is really a strong point that you've been in business for over 50 years. I love that I instantly knew your business hours, right? So, and then a suggestion could be that that should be somewhere on the homepage.
Okay. I'm gonna put that in the notes.
And also the fact that you like that. So when you're sketching for your client, those things would be suggestions that you make for them. You know what I mean? Like, so on
Mhm.
their homepage, how long have you been in business? Consider using the word architect. Put your hours on the homepage so people instantly know. Because
Yeah.
those are things that you like. So those will be takeaways from them.
Mhm.
Okay, so yeah, this is a really good one. Let me see, what do we have? So were you able to book a service? Let's go through that. So
Hold on.
walk me through.
I'm still writing notes.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, all right, you said the
Book a
quote.
service. Walk me through the process of booking a service.
Okay. I was not able to book a service on any of the landscaping sites that I chose. I was
Mm-hmm.
able to request more information. I was able to contact them. I was able to request a quote,
Mm-hmm.
but none of them let me book a service.
Mm-hmm. So the fact that your client asked for that, they actually have that's actually good. That will give them a competitive
Mhm.
edge for sure.
Exactly.
So
So I
that was
was
really a
thinking,
progressive thought. Mm-hmm.
yeah. So I was thinking because of the details of how big a space might be, it may be difficult for them to book a service on a website. So
Mm-hmm.
something that could help with that would be to send measurements of your yard. And then once
Mm-hmm.
you're registered, once you are a client with us, all your measurements will already be in our system when you log in. And then
Mm-hmm.
we can book services based on your specific yard.
Yeah, that's a good point. And it could also be because they don't know how bad your yard is. So they may need like a
Mhm.
visual, right? So as a UX designer, identifying that it will be awesome as a user for me to have the experience to be able to book a service is great. But
Mhm.
then it's like coming in the middle, you're like, they probably don't do that because it's hard for them to gauge it without seeing it. So
Right.
what's the UX solution that kind of bridges that gap?
I would say putting in a disclaimer that this is a quote. If product or more services are needed, then, they will be determined upon,
Hmm.
service or
Yeah.
upon level.
So weaknesses, unable to book a service, list pain points, not able to book a service, no green mount. I don't know what that means.
Wait, where are
Seasons.
you?
Can you see my screen?
Oh, I'm in the thing on my own. Okay, list pain points. Okay, you don't know what it means?
The green mount.
Oh no, I didn't have any pain points there. It was pretty cut and dry.
But what is a green mount? I don't know what that
That's the
is.
other company. So I have
Oh,
listed
okay, okay,
each
okay. I
company
got
that
you.
I.
Okay. So what would you say are some let's have a takeaway sheet. Let's see. I'm gonna start a takeaway. I'll put this back down here. So some positives to incorporate or some strengths, I call them strengths. Or some suggestions, right? Some
Mhm.
potential improvements. So you were saying, you said have a disclaimer.
Mhm. That prices are
So
subjective.
offer the ability to book a service with a disclaimer that prices are subject to change.
Right. Based on property needs, which will be assessed or, excuse me,
Mm-hmm.
assessed upon arrival.
What else could you implement? You mentioned measurements. What else? Angela,
Mhm.
you can chime in. Like another thing too, like I want us to simulate chiming in on each other's design because I want this to simulate a work environment. So in a work environment, everybody inputs on everybody's design. So it's a team effort. So any ideas you have to throw out. Okay. So disclaimer, what else did you say something about the measurements?
Yes, they could input their properties or their lawn measurements.
What else do you think that the landscaper would need to see or, in order to better provide a quote?
Mm.
Remember I
Well,
was
there's no
saying
way to tell the condition of the yard because that could change from the time they get there. From the time they send it to the time they get there.
well, yeah, but it's not gonna change that much. Like if I'm
And,
booking
and
a
you
service for the same week or next week, it's not gonna.
and then people be lying too.
Hmm. So, but what's something else that we can offer to kind of mitigate that or reduce that a little bit? Angela, you have any ideas?
No.
So remember I was saying that the digital world, it imitates the real world. Like all we're doing is creating a simulated world. What do they normally do? Like how do landscapers assess a yard?
They go there and they assess it themselves.
Right. So why do they go there? So they can do what?
See what all is needed.
So they can see it. So in an online environment, how can we mimic that?
Oh, we can book a consultation, an online consultation, like a meeting through Zoom, where they can, have to have access to a camera to be able to show us the yard.
And what's the easier way for them to be able to see the yard?
You can upload videos.
Yes, upload videos.
But that could change. That's why I was thinking something more live, where, or they could be sending an old video and the yard
Well,
may
we
not
are,
look like
but
that.
we already have the disclaimer. So the disclaimer would cover that. You know what
Okay.
I mean? So like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they can upload videos, they can upload pictures will be easier. Upload photos of the yard. Because that will eliminate the landscaper having to actually drive out to the location. But if
Mm-hmm.
you upload pictures, because I've actually booked services before and they told me, can you send a picture?
Okay.
I've had like 3 different landscapers ask me that. And I send a picture and they give me a quote off of the picture.
Right. Okay.
So that's a way that we can address that, which is probably the reason, like you said, that they don't offer that service.
Mm-hmm.
But if the site had the technology for the potential clients to be able to upload videos or upload photos, then they could do everything online.
Right.
Okay. So improvements, ability to book online, features, kind of features. So that's going to require you designing a form and thinking
Mm-hmm.
about all the questions that need to be need to be asked. Okay, so this one, what services did they list on here? So they listed like, uh-oh, I didn't mean to do that. Design and consultation. What happens? Did you click on it? What happens when you click on it? Let me see. Design and consultation. So they kind of describe the service and then they have the phone number where you can call. What's your feedback on that?
That's I did like that it had the phone number listed all throughout the website, so you can always just pick up the phone and call. But
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like that you couldn't get a real idea of how much their prices are because you should be able to compare prices between companies
Mm-hmm.
online
Yeah.
instead of wasting your time and having a bunch of different companies come out there having to wait and find out,
Mm-hmm.
what each
So
person's prices are.
So you think that they should have at least a price range to give you some type of
Hmm.
idea.
Yes. And out of all of them, only one site had that. and it was the Four Seasons, and it said that landscaping and something else started at $2,000.
Okay. Yeah, they can at least say starting up and we go up from
Right.
here, at least give a base or something. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
agree. I hate that. That's one of that makes me not book too, because I just feel
Mm-hmm.
irritated that I can't at least gauge it.
Right.
And I think a lot of times companies do that because they're trying to like, oh, we don't want the competitors to see what we charge, or
Exactly.
we want you, but it's just like you're shooting yourself in the foot when you do that.
Mm-hmm.
What else did you like about this site?
I like that it had an option to apply for a job for careers that
Okay.
I didn't see that on any other site. And if a landscaping company is looking for good help, that's beneficial to have that there on the website.
Mm-hmm. What else did you like about the flow? What was your thoughts about the workflow
I
or the
thought
user
it was
flow?
gorgeous. The user flow was good. Hold on, let me see.
What made it good to you? Take me through a flow that you liked.
Okay.
Like, where do you want me to click on?
Um, you can go to you go services,
Okay.
design, and consultation.
Okay. And then where do I flow from here?
Oh, well, you were already there.
Mhm.
Well, it wasn't much of a flow, honestly. Oh, what about the gallery? I did like the pictures. So,
Before and
okay,
after.
yeah,
Yeah.
before and after, and I like the variety. So on other sites, it did not have too much variety of what all the
Like
services
different
being
jobs.
done. Yes, but
Mm-hmm.
it listed the jobs that they offer, the services they offer, but it didn't really show many examples of their work
Mm-hmm.
on those specified services.
Mm-hmm.
So
So a
I like that this
takeaway,
did.
you feel like a takeaway would be before and after a portfolio.
Mm-hmm. An outline and, at least an example of every service that you guys offer or the majority of.
Mm-hmm.
It's one thing to say, we
Mm-hmm.
do fire pits and we do outdoor kitchens, but have no pictures of any examples that you've done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. What else were some takeaways?
Mm, let's see. Let me just move on through here. This consultation. Are you on book of service? No book. Reviews, testimonials. Okay, so one thing I noticed too that their Google, they only have 3.2 stars. And I know
Mm-hmm.
that being in business for 50 years, you're not going to have a bunch of happy clients. And out of 47 reviews, I thought that was still pretty decent because that's a lot of reviews and they've been in
Mm-hmm.
business for a very long time. But then I saw the Four Seasons, which have been in business for a long time too, maybe not as long because they've only been in
Mm-hmm.
business over 15 years and the other one's been over 50, but they had 49 views and they still have almost a 5-star rating.
Mm-hmm.
So trying to determine what is it that Four Seasons is doing that Ham is not doing.
Mm-hmm. And
So,
yeah, and that may be like in terms of user experience, if this was like if that would be a very that would be something for you to dive into if this was an online service. Say like 100% of the service is online. Um let's say it's an online workout program and they don't have a physical brick and mortar. It's 100% online and they have 3.2 stars and their competitor has 4.9 stars, then that's when you as a UX designer would start diving in because that's a reflection of a user experience that's online. When
mhm,
you're dealing with like a service-based business and it's a 3.2 stars and it's manual labor, that's outside of your wheelhouse because
mhm,
whatever they are doing with that mulch in the grass, they got
mhm,
to get that together. But that
right,
wouldn't be something that you dive into unless it was a 100% online service. You see
mhm,
what I'm saying? If they had a
right,
3.2 stars and we were looking at their website experience, then yeah. But
mhm,
that other thing, yeah, that's not, don't even go down that rabbit hole of why you only got 3.2 stars because that's not
mhm,
a user, that's not, that is a user experience, but that's not an online user experience. You
mhm,
see what I'm saying?
mhm.
Yeah. Okay. So website also quotes testimonials. That's good.
Mhm.
Site shows multiple pictures, examples of work. Cool. And then
Mhm.
what else do we have? Their strengths were the 50-point years in business. Site is aesthetically pleasing. The workers have degrees.
Yeah, they made sure to note that throughout the site that
Really?
yeah,
Okay.
and I thought that was pretty good because I don't see that on any other site where they're saying that their workers are degreed, like have
Mm.
actual degrees in landscaping.
Wow, that is something you never really see.
Mhm.
They offer careers before and after. Telephone is listed throughout the site. Personalization. Uh, and
Yeah.
then what did you have as weaknesses? That you couldn't book a service and they don't have prices. So that's
Yeah.
something that you would
Mhm.
kind of address. And let me see, brand colors. Yeah, so it's kind of like a dark green, light green, and pink.
Mhm.
Do you feel like they were consistent with branding as you go throughout the site? Did they
Yes.
stay consistent with the branding?
Mhm. Yes.
Yeah, it's the same like it's the same color green everywhere. It's the same font everywhere.
Yeah.
They did a lot of things right.
Yeah. And I like the Italica that they use. It's fancy. It makes me feel dainty and pretty, like they're gonna make my yard pretty.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's why I had that down for the brand choices.
Hmm. That's good. Angela, looking at this, do you have anything that would make you feel comfortable as a person looking for landscape that you think could be takeaway us working on this as a team?
I really like um I really like their photos. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if
Mhm.
their photos or not, if it's actually work they did, but I really like their photos and their
Mhm.
afters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me
Do
too.
you have any input on like the color scheme or the font they chose?
I think it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's I think it's okay. I don't know if it's because I'm looking at it on a screen share, like the under the address. It's a little hard, a little blurry.
What's blurry?
Where
Oh,
is
right
it?
here?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know if it's blurry
Because
on your.
it's not like that, the real one.
Oh, it's not like that. Oh,
Mhm.
okay. Yeah, I like it. It's nice.
Mm-hmm.
I like the green because landscaping,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
the neutral colors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they did a good job on that. Okay, so we have some takeaways from them that you can implement in your site for your client.
Mhm.
Let's look at one of your other competitors.
I would say the second one is a grave difference.
Really? Okay, let's go to the second one. The second competitor was Green, what is it? Green
Green Mount.
Mount
Hmm.
Jacko or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Ooh. Okay, go here. I'm starting to have a billion tabs. It's happening. Let me see if I can pull this over to this tab. So I'll just stay consistent. I'm still losing where I am. I'm gonna put it right here. Okay, so the takeaways from this one are what?
It's completely different. There's absolutely no pictures on this website.
Really? Okay, wait, hold on. I'm losing. I got too many screens. I apologize. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. Okay, so let me go to your okay, Greenmount requested that they don't contact me successfully. I don't understand.
I know, I was just putting notes because it asked about booking a service. So for each of them, I put I actually booked a service or I guess contact, but I used fake information but you couldn't just like do that. You can leave it blank. So I just said, testing for a research project. Please do not contact me.
Okay. Okay. Um, so their services, let's look at there. So what happens first of all, before we get into that, how do you feel aesthetically when you first land on the page in terms of is it aesthetically appealing?
It's clean, but it's basic. It's,
Okay.
if I hadn't seen the other site and I had just seen this site and I hadn't seen any other site for landscaping, I would
Mhm.
probably book with them. I wouldn't even question, why don't you have this? Why don't you have this? Because I didn't see the other site.
Okay. When you click on their services and then you see this, how do you feel about the way they display the services that they offer?
It's all just like I don't know, what's this, clip art or something?
They're called icons,
Like,
infographics.
okay. It's all just infographics. It's nothing personalized. It's just all cut and dry. Even
Okay.
to the point where it's all on one page. And I didn't like that. Where if you click on anything on that left-hand column, it just drags you down the page a little bit. There's
Hmm.
no other pages.
Okay. Angela, what's your thoughts on when you click on services, you see all the services displayed? Angela?
Sorry, you can't hear me. I like that it's the buttons. Like, well, I don't know. Can you click on it?
Let me see.
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's not. It's just
Nope.
there.
You can't click on them or anything. You can't book them. And
Oh,
yeah, it just
it would have
tells you
been
what
nice
to
if it
do.
was buttons that you could click.
Nope,
Hmm.
it's not.
But aesthetically, it's pleasing.
Hmm.
Mhm.
It's just not functional.
So, okay, that's a good way of saying it. So it's aesthetically pleasing, but not as functional as it could be.
Mhm.
Is it easy for you to read or?
Mhm. Yeah, I put that it was very user friendly because people who may have any kind of disabilities or um learn like not have the mental capacity to, I guess, filter through a more complex website is pretty basic. So what do you need?
Hmm.
Tell us what you want. And then we'll contact you.
Hmm.
It's all on one page. It's not a billion pages to click through. So it is user friendly to me.
Okay. Greenmount, when I look at your strengths, this is strengths. The strengths you have 24 hours, that wouldn't be a user experience strength. So we're focusing on the user experience with the site.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Not necessarily their services, but the site.
All right.
So that wouldn't be one that you would list, but the site being very user friendly is a good takeaway. Everything on one page, yeah, that's a you have it as a strength.
Mhm.
Okay.
Because of being user friendly, but it's
Okay.
also a weakness to me.
Okay. Okay. List phone number, email, PO box. Where is that? At the
At the
top?
bottom, or is it at the top? I don't know, not on the page anymore.
I see it. Okay. You also have a strength that they have confirmations of messages being sent.
Right.
Okay.
So after something message, is it your message
Okay.
has been sent?
And let me see, what are the weaknesses? The weaknesses are no pictures. Oh yeah, they don't have no pictures, no testimonials, no prices, and only a contact us page. Yeah, this is not, it just makes you don't know what you're getting.
Mm-hmm.
It makes you feel like I don't know what type of service I'm going to receive. But I will say a strength, I guess I can kind of appreciate I can kind of appreciate the infographics letting me know visually what you offer without me having to read,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I can like instantly look at the infographics and be like, okay, I instantly know what services you offer.
Right.
So that could be kind of like a strength. Okay. Is there anything on this site that you would implement on your client site?
Oh, no.
Okay. Is there anything that you would not do?
I
Like
would
any,
not leave out the testimonials and gallery of pictures and things and work that we've done.
hmm. Okay. The other one was uh oh, so could you book a service? No, you couldn't book a service.
Mm-mm.
Hmm. Could you read what were the three tasks? To book a service, what was the other one?
Mm-hmm.
Could you get a quote? You couldn't get a quote. Could you request a quote?
Mm-hmm. I requested. that they contact me, but it says to tell you about my
Where do you go
project
to request a quote?
at the bottom.
Does it say,
It just contact us. That's why I request that they contact us.
yeah, so that's not a quote. So they don't have anywhere where you can request a quote.
Mhm.
It doesn't specifically say request a quote. So no,
Right.
you can't really do that.
Okay.
Okay. Then see Four Seasons.
Mhm.
Okay. So for Four Seasons landscaping, aesthetically, when you first get here, what are your thoughts?
I like it. It's fine. It's not as pretty as the other one to me, but it's functional.
Angela, what's your thoughts when you first arrive here? Angela,
Sorry. Again, I feel like the picture is too long.
what do you mean? Like you feel like
Like
it
the
shouldn't take up
view.
the entire real estate?
Yeah, I kind of feel like the house is distorted. Not distorted, but it's too long. It's
Mm-hmm. It looks like it's warped or out of perspective.
Stretched out.
Yeah,
yeah.
stress. Okay. What do you feel about the experience of scrolling down in every Four Seasons for reasons?
Mm.
Enhancing your property's curb appeal.
Mm, I think that it's let me go on the website on my thing because Four Seasons landscaping because it's a kind of blurry.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see.
Okay, so let's see what your write-up about them was. So they offer the services. Can we book a service with them?
No.
So what happens when I click on lawn care and maintenance? It tells me about it.
Oh, the picture is a lot better.
It tells me about it. What do you feel about the transitions of how the information zooms into focus?
I think everything is too big.
Mm-hmm.
You said what, Angie?
I
She
feel like
feels like
everything's
everything is too big.
too big.
Yeah, I think it could make you go cross-eyed a little bit the way it zooms in. So
Mm-hmm.
if somebody did have a disability, that
Mm-hmm.
might affect
It
that.
may trigger like epilepsy or something.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and motion sickness.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. All right. Were you able to book a quote?
Mm-hmm. It says estimate though. But yeah.
Or you can request one? Okay, let's
Mm-hmm.
go there. I keep getting lost with all my tabs. Goodness gracious. Where am I? I'm gonna click on it again. Probably have 5 different versions of it open. Hmm. Oh, it was already open. I didn't notice the tab. Okay. So how do we book a quote? Where do we go to book a quote?
Contact.
So should it just say request a quote? Because contact and request a quote is separate. So let me see, what do you have as strengths and weaknesses? Um, the strengths were 15. So that's not applicable, right? In terms of we're talking about UX
User.
strengths, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
user experience. So the site you think is aesthetically pleasing, 3D design, sites, number of clients and cities served. It says that on the site. Where does it say that?
Mm-hmm.
Where does it say that?
Mm-hmm. Hold on. Okay, when you scroll to the bottom of one of these pages.
Right here. Okay. Um,
So that establishes a trusting relationship
mhm,
with the clients.
mhm. Newsletter, lawn care tips, where is that? How do you even know they have a newsletter?
Because it's at the bottom of one of these pages.
Okay. Oh, it lists, where does it list the price?
It
If you
lists,
click on the
I just left off
service?
the page where it showed it, but also if you hit, it shows it on every page. You
Really?
scroll to
Okay.
the bottom, it says on the left-hand side, please note for landscaping and design projects, Four Seasons Landscaping has a $2,000 project minimum. And also when you click on the contact page where you can get an estimate, it says it going straight across the middle.
Okay. Weaknesses. The weaknesses you have are, wait, where did I pass the weaknesses? Site is too wordy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so going through these three options, one thing, well, you know what? No, let me go through Angela's and then we can talk about it. Yeah, so those are good takeaways. So we have some takeaways, some things that you like that you would like to implement, looking at the competitors. Like, so the fact that they offer the ability to book a serve. No, I'm sorry. These are some things that we can potentially do. Offer to book a service, have a form so they can upload videos and pictures. Ability to book services online, design a form. It should be um, a clear call to action to request a quote. They should at least have prices, give a range, ability to apply for a job, before and after photos present.
Mhm.
Yeah, so those are some good takeaways and some things to do, to not to do. Identifying that it was a pain point. So looking at, do you know the website address for your client?
Mhm.
Okay, what is it?
Okay. It is FTP Services LLP, as in Paul.
FTP Services?
Mm-hmm. LLP.
Can you, I don't see it. Is
Uh-huh.
it this one? Do you know their like www, do you know their exact web address, their URL?
That's what I was giving you. I'm sorry, I wasn't even.
Okay, what is it?
FTP Services LLP.
Is it .com?
Mhm. Yes.
Mm, okay. So what are your takeaways from this?
I don't like that. It's ugly.
Okay, what makes it ugly?
The repetition of that logo.
So the logo is kind of busy.
Mhm.
What's your insights, Angela? Angela?
Um, uh, hold on. Uh, hmm. I don't know. It looked like a mistake.
hmm So what about it is not aesthetically appealing?
The background
But why?
It's too dark.
too repetitive. It's too
Mm-hmm.
hmm
junky. Too much.
Yeah,
It
okay.
does look junky.
Okay. Um, how do you look? So if we were to try to book a service, that's going to be the primary task. So they list all the services they provide. Is there a way to click on it and learn more about the services? So what do you see as opportunities for improvement with this? So we're on services. They list all the services. What's some things they can do to make this a better user experience? If you were coming to get your lawn service, what would you want to see or experience when you clicked on services?
Examples of those services that you guys have
Hmm.
conducted,
Right. And what else?
how much it would cost about
What
per
else?
square foot or something like that.
That's a good one. And what else?
Um, that's it for me.
What about the before and after photos that you mentioned before?
Mm.
Did you say that already?
No, I didn't say that right now, but yeah, that would
Okay.
be helpful.
And also for these services to be clickable,
Mm-hmm.
like to at least be able to click on them and learn more.
Mm-hmm.
Angela, do you have anything that you think would
Oh
make this
yeah.
more of a pleasant experience?
Mm, I would say, I don't know. It's just a lot on here.
Hmm. So so
Um,
how would you address that from a UX perspective?
I
What
would
would be some
maybe
options to
give
better
like,
organize the site?
maybe I would break it down, not break it down, but make more subcategories.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, to get
Mm-hmm.
to organize the services in a category so that it's not overwhelming.
True. And like you said, the description of the services.
What else do you guys think about this that we do on this services page? That's all you got?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's look at the about us. Oh, so what's your thoughts about the about us page?
It looks like a 13-year-old made this.
Mhm. So in terms of experience, what's your experience of this, trying to read through that?
It's all, I don't want to read it. It's all mumbled together.
Hmm.
It's all in caps.
Hmm.
It just feels like cut and dry. Like,
Is it easy to read?
I don't know, it's not. My eyes keep going away from it. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't focus on it. Like, every time I get ready to read it, I want to stop.
Hmm.
it just
Yeah.
looks funny. And then the story is just, I don't know, it's too much.
Okay. What do you mean by too much specifically?
Like how when they was a kid and they was helping people get out the snow, then they started getting paid for their services and
You read all that?
uh-huh.
Like, I can't. I'm trying to focus on it.
I'm like, you read
You made it that far?
that?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I
Oh, it's a
can't read
typo
it.
here too. Oh no, it's
Hmm.
not. Okay, that's
You should have summarized it or did something. It's
Hmm.
just too much.
Okay. The testimonials. How do we feel about the testimonial page?
It looks okay, but it looks made up.
Hmm. But what about the functionality? Everything in user
it's not.
experience is about functionality, it's about
Yeah.
accessibility, it's about branding. So all of the answers that you give have to reflect accessibility, have to reflect branding, have to reflect color choices. So like you have to speak to all of those things.
Do you have one of them clicked or not? Because one is
No.
bold and one isn't.
Right. That's what I was about to say. It's not uniform. One is smaller, one is bold.
Hmm.
Like
And
it looks like the caption on the right hand side is larger.
right, it's not
Hmm.
really centered for real. It's not lining up together.
Hmm.
And then the colors, the red.
Hmm.
And
When we
then
talk about branding and we go throughout the site, now on the home page, what colors do we have here?
Brown, green, beige,
mhm.
red.
No, it's like a brown, green, and gold or bronze.
On this page, what do we
Oh,
have?
the accent colors.
We got red and black,
Beige.
red and black. So they chose, so their colors are, whether they did it intentionally or not, it's looking like the colors are green, yellow, brown, and red. What's going on this page? If you're coming here and you're trying to get hired or you're looking for a career, what's the experience? Do you understand what jobs they're hiring for?
Yes.
Is it clear on how to apply for the job?
You click on learn more.
Well, I don't know. We have to click on it. And I can't see the bottom part where that says apply now.
So when
Yeah,
I'm
where-
clicking, nothing happens.
I say it work.
On learn more, nothing's happening.
So you have to put it down there. Why would they have an option for learn more and you can't learn more?
Right. So that's something like all of this stuff is stuff you need to know for your client as their user experience consultant.
Mhm.
The contact us page. Okay, so what is your experience of the contact us page? Is it easy to understand? Do you know where to enter your information? Do you
Mhm.
aesthetically, is it appealing?
No.
It's basic. No, I don't like the font.
Hmm.
It's not. Oh, but then again, it's on a screen share. Because it looks blurry
I
a
don't
little bit to
understand. It
me.
should look the same. Okay. And then they have oh wait, what's the book online? What is that? Okay, so the book on
Oh, so they have that on their side already. Good.
so they do have prices. That's one thing they did and nobody else did.
Mm-hmm.
So they do say it's starting at 45, starting at 80, and they have pictures of the work.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see what those pictures are doing. Oh, nothing. It's just you can schedule. So how did you go through the workflow of scheduling? Let's say if we wanted a service on this day and we wanted you at 9:30. They actually, now that's something that nobody else, they're actually a leg up on the competition on that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna see. So let's go through this workflow and see if we can book Kim. I'm gonna say Kim at Kim Street.
And I like that they have their prices per hour. So then
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what the size is. If it requires more time, then it becomes more. The price changes.
Mm-hmm. Now what happens if I add to cart, I wonder? What if I say book now? Now you see how I got a confirmation here?
Mm-hmm.
But so what's your feedback on the confirmation and the flow?
I liked it.
But okay, so
But why didn't they charge you?
right, they
Is
didn't
it-
accept my credit card information either. So my question is this, did I just go through the process of booking or did I just go through the process of making a request? Like what actually really just happened? Because they didn't accept my credit card information. I didn't make a payment. So what really happened?
Well, I guess you probably gotta check the email to see what the next step is. But yeah, you just basically held the spot.
So from a UX perspective, how should we title this form? Because I'm a user, I need to know what I'm doing. So how can it be clear what I'm actually doing? What changes could be made to this? If we go back where they have book online, what's a better way of what should this title be? Am I really booking? Like what's happening?
It should be like a consultation.
Reserve.
yeah, consultation, maybe request a quote, or maybe book a service, or maybe schedule a service or something. If you say book online and I get here, sir, our services, I feel like that's okay for it to say our services. But if I select a service, something on here needs to let me know that it needs to say something like request a service. You know what I mean? Or request a service. There needs to be some type of verbiage on here that says request a service and someone will reach out to you or something. Because you're making me feel like everything about this feels like I'm going to be able to book it, pay for it, and I'm locked in, but I'm not locked in.
Mm-hmm.
So from a user experience, how would you change these titles and headings to reflect what's actually happening? What would you do?
I would do. Can you go back?
Uh-huh. So I clicked on, this is what happens first when I click on book online.
Long cutting service. Yeah, I would put down consultation. Long. I would add that to each one.
Mm-hmm.
Lawn cutting service consultation, aeration consultation, leaf removal consultation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's a good way. What's some other ways you could do it?
They can take the price off of it.
Well, if that's the price, that's the price. Because they're saying starting at, that's fine. What else could you do, Janella?
Mm, I would put credit card information so you can actually book it.
Mm.
Like, all right, I'll book
So,
it for an hour, and if I can't book it, then, or if I don't want to pay for it in advance, then I guess further instruction should be in the email. So, okay, you or will be able to track the worker and know when they're there. Please make sure that someone is home to pay for services or something. But to guarantee that, all right, I booked it and I forgot about it. Hey, let me go ahead and book this, pay for it, and then they can just come cut my grass while I'm at work and I don't have to worry about that. I would want to just book it and pay for it.
okay, so then what does that look like on here? So how does that translate into a wireframe? So that's what you want to be able to do. So where would you put that form to book it? What changes would you make to the form they already have? So like if I click here on book now, right? What would you keep this form? Would you add some more questions? Like what do you think is needed for the user experience? Or do you think this is fine? Maybe they just need to explain better what's happening.
Yeah,
What
I
would
think that's fine. I would explain more so what the next steps are and what this is covering, and that
So
is
how would you, where
just
would
the
you put that
estimate.
though? Like where would you put that? Where would you write it? Would
I'll
it
write
be,
it down here under in this empty space under check next availability and next.
and is this the layout you would choose? Would this be the layout of the page?
Next
So
availability.
all of those
I'm fine with
features,
that.
okay. So, um, okay, okay. All right, we'll talk about it. We'll come back. All right, Angela, for yours, who do you have? Okay, so where were your you chose, you want to start off with lifetime?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so what's your immediate thoughts when you first land on the site?
I liked how it looked. I liked the picture.
Mm-hmm.
Um, soft picture.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I did not like. Oh, well, just what I like. I like that. I like how simple it is and empty it is in the beginning.
Okay. So when you tried to book a service, do they have that option?
Oh, it was kind of hard to get to where I wanted to go.
Where were you trying to go?
Um, so I was trying to go to book a massage. Hold on, let me pull it back up. So,
Or can you walk me through it so that we can see the experience?
yeah, click on spa.
Where is, oh, okay. Uh-huh. What do you feel aesthetically about that experience?
Like the video.
Okay, so I'm here. Now how
And,
do I,
and then click on
what are we
um
trying to do, by the way? I'm sorry.
book a massage.
Okay,
And then click on the drop down at the top.
this one?
Yeah. And see, and I don't know how I couldn't
How
figure out
to,
how to book a massage. So then I ended up having to sign into my account because I couldn't book a massage. Even though I had went to another part, I don't even know how I got there. But I did go to another part where it was like non-members book here. And then I don't know. It was just not, it just kept giving me nothing.
so you could not navigate the site is what you're saying.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is you didn't know how to navigate the site to book services. So that would be a
Hmm.
weakness. All right. So let me see. Did you list that as a weakness? Let me see. Pain point. Couldn't book my massage or exit through the site. It kept taking me to the download the app. Uh, couldn't find any reviews. Um, the website was aesthetically pleasing, but zero functionality.
Hmm.
Yeah. And what are their brand colors? Could you say, oh, with all the videos and stuff?
Like gray, white, and black
Mm-hmm.
after I logged in.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay. And do you feel like this is a valid comparison for your client?
no, because I couldn't get anything. I couldn't get anywhere. It was just like it was nothing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Uh, yeah. So we couldn't like necessarily navigate anything is what was happening here. Uh-oh, I'm looking at myself. Hold on. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's terrible.
It was
Um,
terrible.
that's a terrible experience. That's a great opportunity for a UX designer though. They obviously don't have a UX team. There's no way they have a UX team.
Ain't no way. I don't even understand. Like it was just, and I'm
Yeah.
not like like a zero tech savvy person. Like usually I
Mm-hmm.
can figure something out.
Mm-hmm.
It just wasn't available.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, okay. Did you list the strengths?
Yes, just down.
Where are the strengths?
Down, you gotta scroll down right there.
Where?
Oh, maybe I missed that part. Oh no, identify strength. Oh, maybe scroll up a little bit. That's for a different one. Scroll up. It's under the
Oh, this is blocking it.
yeah.
How do I get rid of that? Okay, there it is. Okay. Beautiful website, aesthetically pleasing. Couldn't find any reviews. Couldn't find reviews or testimonials. Okay. The next one we did was extreme compound. How come I can't click on it? There it is. All right. So services, were you able to book services? Where did you go?
I went to membership.
For services? That was your instinct? What
Yeah.
would that have been your instinct, Janella? Where's Janella?
I was talking on mute again.
Okay.
I said, I would have went to specials.
Okay, so let's
See
go to
what
special.
was discounted and how much things cost.
Okay. So do you see services here or just
Mm-mm.
what service would you come here to look for?
Membership.
I guess maybe extreme wellness. Oh, she said membership. But yeah, I don't know. What was you
Coming
saying?
from a non-biased perspective, because this is how somebody who's never been to the site or know nothing about them, this is what they would do. You see the choices that she's making? Like she's like, oh, maybe it's extreme wellness because in her mind that maybe that's where you go to find out about the services. Okay, that's not where you go to
Because I
book.
don't necessarily want to join. I just want to know what they offer.
Exactly. So
So I definitely want to win some membership first.
yeah, I don't think anybody would have.
Some
Um,
group
I
classes
always
or
click
something.
membership first, because then I feel like you can see what they offer
hmm.
if you're a member.
Yeah, but this is like somebody coming in who's never heard of it before, trying to figure out what services they offer. Her first instinct
And
was to
do I
go to,
have to join? Do I
yeah,
have to
see, but
join to get services?
these are all things to write down. So let me see. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah. So making sure that the call to actions are clear. Call to action should clearly reflect the action you want to take. It shouldn't be a question about what's going to happen when you click on something. When you click on something, it should be exactly what you expect it to be. So Janella,
Oh, amenities. Amenities.
if you were searching this, you're still looking. So what's your next guess?
I see amenities down there now, so I guess it'll be
So
that.
that's you clicking on amenities.
Yeah, but it's all, look, there they go, but it's all the way down there.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it at the end of the?
The boxing room, but the amenities are just like the features of the building too. But you got personal training. So which one were you looking for?
Girl, I don't work out. No,
I'm
no.
just saying, like hypothetically. So
I
you
know.
got an end user coming. What are they looking to do?
Okay, let's see. Let's try the spa.
Okay. So what happens when you want to? So here's the services: the bodywork services, the nail services. Can you click? Well, you can't click on them. The price list is there, and you can contact.
Wait, can
But
you
you can,
zoom in on that? It's so small. Okay.
yeah. So you can't book anything. Um, what? Let me see. What did you have? So what did you have as strengths when you? So the book services we went to. You got to go to membership, which is not intuitive at all. Um, and I don't. This is what I don't understand. This is what happened when I clicked on membership. I can't even scroll or do anything.
There.
That's not
Mine was, I clicked on it. Let me do it. I clicked on membership,
okay. It
and
keeps
then
coming up
it
with this.
automatically showed
See the
reviews,
Yeah, I don't see. You
and
want to
then
share
membership.
screen because I keep getting stuck. So when I click on membership, I get here, and then when I scroll down, I get this pop up, and then I'm okay. I can close it. Okay, let me go. So you got the $780 annual plan, $65 a month, the senior plan. I see all the prices, but all membership plans, select one.
And then if you would have scrolled up, you would have saw the reviews. And
This doesn't seem like okay. So what are some rooms for improvement, some opportunities for improvement with this?
For me, I like the fact that I could go click on membership, and then the prices is right there to join. But I did feel like everything was too big. Again, I feel like the
Mm.
scale is too big.
I think we're past our break time.
Yes, we are. I was just looking at that. I'm sorry. We'll continue to come when we come back, we'll continue this. But What time is it? 2:40. Okay, let's come back at, just make it even. Come back at 3
Okay.
because I went 5 minutes over. So come back at 3.
All
I'm
right.
at 10 minutes over. Okay.